it, come on in. Welcome to our home. Today marks exactly 1 year since we moved in, and so I thought what better way to celebrate than to do a house tour for you guys. This has probably been my most requested video ever since I started doing social media with all our houses, and I think it's finally time. So if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that we've been through a few houses since we got married, and I always try to go with a little bit of a different theme for each home. So with this one, I wanted to go a little bit more modern than I've ever done before. The exterior of our house is a really good mix of modern with a little bit of Mediterranean. And so that's kind of what I'm going for on the inside. Over here, I just did a little bench. We have this gorgeous tree. It is so hard finding a good tree. I got this on Wayfair and it is huge. It's exactly what I wanted. Up here, we have our gorgeous Restoration Hardware chandelier that you guys, if you remember, we had at our old house. So we ended up bringing it here. And over here, we just have this little table. We throw our things down over here. This is usually filled with packages, mail. This is our office. If you guys remember, all of this furniture is probably 8 or 9 years old now. We brought this all the way from Ohio. We do eventually want to sell this and do built-ins in here just so that the bookshelf can wrap around the whole room and go all the way up and we don't have any of this dead space. This right here is our homeschool little area. This is where I keep all of our homeschool crafts, things like that. If you come over here, this is our living room. This is where I'll say we spend the most of our time. I designed this wall over here. There's still a few things we're adding. We're gonna be adding some light behind the TV. And then we're also going to be adding some features in the ceiling. I have a few ideas. I haven't fully decided yet, but there's going to be some more lights. So I think this might be the smallest chandelier I've ever done in a living room. You guys know I love my big statement chandeliers, but I think in this house, I want to do more design elements and not always just have the chandelier be the centerpiece of every room. So I did go a little bit smaller, but I absolutely love this light. I get a lot of questions about this couch. Anytime people visit, the couch is always a conversation piece. So this couch we actually got at our house, and I always tell everyone this. Go in store. So online does not have as many custom options. We got to custom make this in store with a designer, and using the designer is free. We were able to pick through hundreds of fabrics. We were able to pick each piece and how big we wanted it. We actually ended up sending him a floor plan of our house, and we were able to see how everything would look before we placed an order. If you go online and look at this couch, there's like 1 or 2 different options for sizes and for the fabrics. So definitely go in store and take advantage of that free designer. You guys know I love a good frame TV. Honestly, so many people that have come over have thought this was art. I don't know how it looks on camera, but in person, it definitely looks like art. It's very matte. Another little olive tree. This is more of our formal dining area that we never use. We've probably used this like 5 or 6 times since we lived here. We only use it if we have family over. Anytime it's just me and the kids, we're usually at the island. This chandelier is part of the same collection as the living room one. Here by these windows, this is Mango's little area that he perches at and hangs out at. He gets this beautiful view of the pool and of the lake in the back. Mango, can you say Mango? Say Mango. The whole time we were recording, he's been making so much noise in the background, and now he doesn't want to talk. Here's what they call the butler's pantry. So this is just our coffee station. Now, as you guys know, the kitchen is the heart of the home. So this is probably my favorite space in the whole house. We just redid the countertops a few months ago. I always get questions about this, and there's a lot of confusion. Yes, we built this house, but we built it through a builder. We wanted to be in this specific community, and in this community, there's only one builder that builds houses. So you're able to pick the house you like and the layout you like, and there's 2 things you can do. You can either build the house from scratch, you go to their design room, you pick everything out, or sometimes they have quick move-ins, which is actually what we decided to do. We got this house when it was just starting. The cinder blocks outside were just getting put in when we first came to see it. And a lot of the features in this house were already put in. So for example, the cabinets, there was very basic countertops. The floors were already a part of the package, our bathrooms. So that's why sometimes you guys will see us changing things out. Honestly, we just saved a lot of money doing the quick-in option. Basically, I loved the floors, I loved the bathroom tile that they had, and I loved the kitchen. Everything else was pretty builder grade, so it's been pretty easy to just swap things out. For example, that living room wall that I did, that was just a plain white wall. Our powder room, and now we're really in here and we're making it our own. And honestly, we saved so much money doing it that way. Going through a builder and picking everything out, they upcharge things like crazy. We actually have a neighbor a few houses down that's building their house with all the cheapest options, and before they move in, they're gonna go in, rip everything out and do it their way. This is gonna be so much cheaper doing it that way. But like I said, these countertops we did after we closed on the house and it was done being built. It just had the plain white quartz in here. And as you guys know, my husband works in the countertop cabinet field. So we had to have some gorgeous countertops. I love these. We also switched little things like the hardware, but the commercial appliances were already included. So there was a lot of really great things that made me fall in love with this house. I always love making the powder room really pop. I feel like that's the one room in the house that you could go a little crazy and do a lot just because it's such a small room. We got this gorgeous travertine sink all the way from Turkey. You can look on Etsy. There's so many great options. We tiled the whole back of this wall. I really wanted to do half black, half beige. And then the rest of this is just all wallpaper. We painted all the trim and door and ceiling to match the wallpaper. Obviously, we couldn't keep the white toilet just because that wouldn't even make sense. So we went with the black toilet in here. So I also really love the size of this pantry. All these shelves and everything came with the house. I definitely do want to lift this up and bring the shelving all the way to the top just because there's so much dead space there that I could be using just to store things that I rarely ever use, holiday decor, things like that. And if you come all the way in here, there's a lot more space on this side. So what I want to do is actually add some cabinets here, and that way I could keep all my appliances hidden in the pantry. This is our little mudroom area that Ross built. We use this every single day when we come in and out of the house. We drop all our things here, our keys, the kids' shoes, hats. I also keep a bunch of our cleaning supplies in these drawers. I just love having this little area. Now we have our laundry room that is always busy. And yes, even for the house tour, there's a pile of laundry and these are filled. So right after this video, I need to get back to doing that. I love that these cabinets match the kitchen. All I would probably do in here is just add some wallpaper. Now this is our master suite. If you come this way, this is our bathroom. Like I said, this bathroom, these cabinets, the tile, I absolutely fell in love with when I saw what the designer picked out for this home. Just because you don't want to come in and have to be ripping out tile in the shower. I love this tub. It's huge. You could sit in it, stretch your legs all the way out without having to bend them. And then there's double vanities. The cabinets, we are going to keep. The countertops, like I said, Ross is in that field. So we do actually already have countertops. They're cut out. We just need someone to bring them so Ross can install them for us. We're going to be doing a Taj Mahal countertop. And then over here, I'm planning to do something, run some tile up here, change out the mirror, just make this look a little bit more custom. The showers, I will leave everything. I love everything about these showers. There's 3 different shower heads on both sides. Ross can shower here, I can shower there. It's always nice to have a linen closet. Our house in Ohio did not have one, so I was storing towels under the vanity. So this is like one of those things that I'm like, ah. And then a water room, so you could do your business without, you know, people watching you. We have his and her closets, and this is our bedroom. When I walked into Restoration Hardware, they had this bed as soon as we walked in, and I was like, that's the one. I absolutely fell in love with it. I love this headboard. We have had beds in the past that were fabric and we would always stain them. We tried cleaning them, we tried everything. Nothing washed it off. So no more fabric headboards for us. I love this little ledge right here too. Josiah co-sleeps. All my kids have always co-slept. And it's just so nice for him to get on and off. But then this good old mirror that we brought all the way from Ohio and is actually the same exact color as our bedroom furniture is meant to be. We have another frame TV in here. Then just this little sitting area, a door so we could go outside and have our morning coffee. We do have 2 garages in this house. One of the garages is where we store our cars, and this second garage we have converted into a gym / all our storage / where we park our golf cart. That's kind of what that looks like right now. Actually, one of the things we really loved about this neighborhood is the amenity center that's still being built. But it's gonna have a gym, a yoga room, a full basketball court, pickleball courts, tennis courts, golf simulator, a clubhouse, a cafe, a huge pool, nature trail. And I know I'm forgetting some things. So the amenities in this neighborhood are gonna be amazing. Plus it's a gated community. And so once all of that is done, we'll probably spend a lot more time in that gym. But until it's done, we're just gonna be in here. This right here is our family room. This room's pretty much designated for the kids. They hang out in here every single day. Anytime their friends are over or their cousins are over, this is where all the kids hang out. The adults hang out in the living room. In our old house, we had more of a playroom. It was a lot more fun and colorful. But now that the kids are getting older and we have teenagers, I really wanted more of a teen loft. Ross actually built this whole wall right here, and we just have all the toys, the board games, the crafts, the Legos, everything is stuffed in here in the cabinets or in the baskets. but in a way this still looks cute and not too messy. The couches from our old house fit in here perfectly. And then if you come this way, back here behind the couch, we have a little bit of room that we just kind of converted into the play area. Josiah and Ellie love this area. We have our ball pit. We have a swing that our realtor got us. Target, of course. Also just some artwork from the old house that I didn't want to get rid of. I didn't know where else to put it, so that went in here. Another linen closet. So now we are going to come into Josiah's room. And like I told you guys, he co-sleeps. He spends very little time in this room, so this is mostly just where we store his stuff, plus the guest room. Anytime we have guests over, this is where they stay. He had a crib at the old house, and I honestly just didn't even want to waste time doing a little kid's bed or anything like that. I just went ahead and bought him a bed that he can grow into with all the matching furniture. You guys know my kids do homeschool. In 2 years, he'll be homeschooling, so I just have to buy a chair and he will be able to start doing that. I wanted to buy this right away just so it would match the other furniture, and in the future if I'm trying to add on a desk, I don't have to worry about it being sold out. I think when he gets a little older, we'll be able to design this room a little more, maybe do some wainscoting or wallpaper, but for now this is what we have. This chandelier he actually picked out himself. Our church has a chandelier when you walk in that has little balls on it, and he was little, he was like, ball. It was like his favorite thing. So of course we had to get him a ball chandelier. And he does take naps in here once in a while, so this bedding and everything does go to use. All the kids' rooms have their own closets. Only one of them doesn't have a walk-in closet, so Josiah's room has a walk-in closet, which is great. Then just his little bookshelf. Right now it's full of diapers, books, toys. He actually comes in here all the time. He really loves books. So he'll come in here and take his books down and just sit in here and play. So all the rooms in this house also do have their own ensuite. His is not connected to the room, but as soon as you step out of the room, this is his bathroom. Very basic, but very cute. I like that the subway tile is a little bit more modern than how people usually do it. Same cabinets as the rest of the house. And like I said, as he gets older, we can change things up. We could paint in here, maybe add a different mirror. Our two younger girls share this room, so they also have their own walk-in closet. We're actually in the middle of doing their room right now. We're almost done. We have some mirrors right here we still have to hang up. We're also waiting for wallpaper to come in that we're going to be doing over here above the wainscoting. Angelina's in here doing homeschool right now. What are you working on? Handwriting. Beautiful. They have their own bathroom over here, which pretty much looks identical to Josiah's. This built-in right here that Ross recently added, it's because they have so much stuffed animals and so many things, so many baskets. This is such a good way to store it. And then in there, they just keep some of their school stuff, some of their purses, dress-up clothes, stuffies. Victoria has taken the longest to decide what she wants to do in this room, so we haven't started in here, but I think we're finally making some decisions and we kind of know what we're going to do in here. But this is it for now. We have a chandelier. Half the curtain is missing because we actually are taking the curtains down to do her built-ins that she wants to do. And I have a shade that's going to go in there that I need to put in. It just came in yesterday. She has her desk area, her bathroom, and her own closet. Now, we let her choose between Josiah's room or this room, but she really wanted to have her own bathroom in her room, so she chose a little bit of a smaller closet just so she could have her own bathroom that isn't in a hallway and that no one's going to be using. And now we have Sophia's room. She has her closet right here. We did recently color drench her room. She did actually pick this color, and I think she did such a good job. I think it's such a good shade of a really light brown, but without being too dark. It feels like a luxury hotel in here. I think she did such a good job. Some of her bedding is in the laundry, but we're working with what we have. We got her brand new furniture in here when we moved. A lot of stuff honestly got destroyed when we were moving because we moved from Ohio. A bunch of stuff went into storage. Then we went into a rental. Then we bought a house for 2 years. Then we bought another house. And honestly, a lot of the furniture just did not do great and all that, which you would expect. So she did end up getting new furniture in her room, which she picked out. Her little desk area over here where she does her school. And she has her own little hallway, and then her bathroom, which is exactly the same as Josiah's. They all have the same showers, same tile in their showers, same vanities. We actually just ordered a bunch of wallpaper samples so we could pick something out for her bathroom. So one of the things we didn't love that was included with our house package was the carpet. It is a very cute carpet, and honestly, if we didn't have little kids, maybe we would have worked with it. I know some people love a carpeted room. It just makes it feel more cozy. But personally, I love hardwood. I feel like it's so much easier to clean when it comes to slime, Play-Doh, all markers, all of that. So we do eventually plan to swap this out and put in hardwood just to match with the rest of the house. And we thought about having the builders do it right away, but honestly, we're saving a fraction of the cost doing it ourselves after closing. So that's why we didn't do it right away. Onto our outdoor little oasis. When we first got this house, this was just pavers. We ended up reusing those and extending our driveway and doing a little area on the side of our house to put our trashes. And instead, we picked some gorgeous white marble tile that would match throughout the whole backyard. We finished our pool project a couple months ago, so this is all pretty new. This is where we sit and watch some TV. I want to add a rug over here and maybe do something there. Not quite sure yet what I want to do. I am also planning to add some wood boards on the ceiling. And then our gorgeous pool. We have a champagne spa that we did. This ledge right here for our water loungers. Over here we just have a bistro table, my lemon tree and a planter back there. And then this area, if you guys have been following along on my Instagram, you know that these were starting to die. They were infested with some kind of caterpillars. But we finally figured it out, and look, they're actually sprouting, which is such a good sign. Actually, in the future, what I want is to build a trellis for these bougainvilleas. And so the whole area right here above the window is just all gorgeous bougainvilleas. Right here, we just store pool toys, floaties, Josiah's little play area. And then this probably is one of my favorite areas in the backyard. I love the little turf in between the pavers that we did. We got these comfy day beds and we just hang out in here and read a book while the kids swim, put the umbrella down, catch a tan. And then our outdoor kitchen, this actually was part of our package when we got our house. And so we didn't change anything with that yet. We do want to do something on this wall, maybe something that will tie into the ceiling. Still kind of figuring all that out. And then our outdoor dining area. So if you guys remember this table from Ohio, it was inside. We brought it out here, got some new chairs for it. We had a party recently and I asked Ross to leave these chairs out so that I could deep clean them because they're getting a little dirty. And it's been like a month now. They're still sitting here, but I will get to it. I have to show you guys my lime tree. Come over here. Gorgeous limes. We have more over here. This planter right here, I'm still working on. I need to add some soil and a few more plants, but we have some grapefruit also. So that pretty much concludes our whole house tour. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was worth the wait. If you have any questions about anything, leave them down in the comments below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
Mom, can they leave already? They've been here for like an hour.
Sorry guys, you have to go. You're being kicked out.
Wait, what?
Bye.
Wait, no.
Thank you so much for coming.